Hey guys, welcome to Unger the Radar, a very special remote Unger the Radar. I'm your host Randy Unger, and with me right now are very talented and valuable members of the production company BBQ Films. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
We've got Mr. Lenny Platt and Haley Jetter Mintz.
That's right.
Bingo.
Very well.
Yeah, great. So guys, tell everybody. I mean, I already know about BBQ Films. What is BBQ Films? What do you guys do? What is your purpose, your mission?
Yeah, we try to create the best moment to watch a film
Mhm.
or a TV show.
Mhm.
Celebrate a story. You got a million reasons these days to stay home and watch Netflix or Hulu,
Mhm.
but try to kind of keep that community, that experience of going to a movie, and also bring in different artists that help bring it to life.
Mhm.
With sets or performance.
Nice.
Um,
Bring it to the next level, right?
Right, and we're very fan driven.
Mhm.
We all started as fans going to these events and then
Right.
falling in love with the whole experience itself
Mhm.
and wanting to pass that on. And so it's just about keeping that alive. Because again, in the days of Netflix,
Mhm.
that sort of community of fandom coming together
Oh.
is, fewer and farther between.
I know we need more companies like this, more people and fans that can actually bring this art form to a different, just a different way of consuming it.
yeah. I mean, well, we met on Ghostbusters.
Right, of course.
So I think what might be helpful is usually kind of talking about these things, how they work.
Mhm.
We were celebrating 84 Ghostbusters inside of a set from that movie,
Mhm.
right? So like you guys in the amazing New York City Ghostbusters, Jersey,
Yeah.
Philly,
We
Delaware,
all came out for it,
the
for
East
sure.
Coast crews got together and brought their proton packs, and with performances and sets, props, we were able to immerse fans into the story.
Mhm.
We had a whole side universe plot line where
Yeah.
we aged Oscar Venkman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it work? Were you happy with that?
I loved
fan
everything
fiction?
about that day. The venue was perfect. It felt like you were in a firehouse,
Yeah.
and you actually brought in a Vigo painting. And
Yeah.
you actually,
Rob Martin. And,
yeah, that thing was massive. It was
Yeah.
like actual size, I think. And an actress playing Janos, which I was very impressed by. So,
yeah.
yeah, and I hope that the New York City guys and myself contributed in a positive way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
great. Everybody came together, and we've all seen this movie
Yeah.
more times than we count. Probably got a lot of blockbuster late fees.
Yeah.
Rented, forget about it.
But that was the first time I lived in it.
Uh-huh.
And that day, or those days, I got to live inside a Ghostbusters. It was awesome.
It's great. Yeah. I wish that was my life every day. I really do.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well, it can be.
it can be, and it probably will be. But enough. We'll talk more about that in a minute. We're actually here tonight to talk about Barbecue Film's newest endeavor, Green Screen, and it's a very exciting series, a screening series, in which you guys are basically showing off the very best of cinema that marijuana-themed movies and TV shows have to
Right.
offer.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about Green Screen, guys.
Yeah, it's a new experiment for us.
Uh-huh.
Instead of celebrating a fandom tied to a particular story or film, so doing Weekend at Bernie's and making Bernie Lomax's house down at the beach, or Back to the Future in high school gym, or
Mhm.
Ghostbusters in a warehouse, and building that world. Instead, we're going to celebrate fandom and community around cannabis and how that is paired with cinema. So instead of doing one story, one film, we're doing a series.
Right.
And this idea where like instead of building a world around one particular film or story, we'll just make this experience that celebrates cannabis and makes a space where you're really comfortable and you're chill and you
Yeah.
have munchies and snacks in an arcade and beanbag and inflatable chairs that you're comfortable, and there are products served on site, and kind of celebrate the pairing of cannabis and cinema, like wine and cheese get paired. Right?
Yeah, perfect. And you guys you're kicking it off with Half Faith, right?
Yeah.
You guys big fans of that one?
I really was.
Yeah.
I think that was the first weed movie that. No, I guess. What's the
The most
Richard and Bill one? I
Oh,
I guess
Waking
Waking
Life.
was the first one.
Waking Life is
Oh no, that I didn't.
trippy.
That was.
Yeah.
See, everything. I'm one of those people. Like movies are better on weed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is the line from Half Baked that Jon Stewart's character says, like everything's better on weed.
Yeah.
And I've made that argument many times. Like, yeah, but have you seen it on weed? So, yeah, I really relate to
Yeah.
things that spoke to me.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like there's all those kind of archetypes, right, for these different stoners in that movie. It's like the I can't be creative unless I'm stoned stoner that Janine Garofalo plays, or you have the scavenger played by Snoop Dogg.
I think my favorite is Stephen Wright.
Yeah.
Just sleeping throughout the whole movie.
The
And
guy
he
on
has
the couch.
one profound line, and then
Yeah.
changes everything.
He's part of the team. He's just
He
sort of
is.
more passive.
Yeah, he does his thing. He's part of
He
it.
got his moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you.
But like that is a good point. We debated on which movies to show, and it's not to say that as the series continues, we won't choose films that are outside of the very overt cannabis space. Like, yeah, we want to get to Cheech and Chong, Super Troopers, but also Waking Life or Tim Burton films, or films that are just, you know,
A little more artful.
and interesting to see when you are in an enhanced state of mind. But we picked Half Baked first because it's New York, which is where we're from, and it's kind of an intro to this culture, right? So it lists all the different people you know. And,
It's a good one to kick it off, for sure.
yeah, shows you how to get weed in Washington Square Park.
Yeah.
It's just important.
And-
the first day.
And you also have Friday after that, right?
Friday's next, yeah.
And then episodes of Broad City. I'm not too familiar with Broad City.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, you missed
but I
out.
love them.
Great
They're
show.
both very talented comedians.
Yeah.
I know.
Message.
I
down,
know.
Comments.
I know. Broad
Send
City.
in links.
Broad
Yeah,
City, please.
Get on that. It's really it's a great
is
show. It's not they are heavy cannabis consumers on the show,
Yeah.
but it's not
not
everything
about
that the
it.
show
Yeah.
is about.
Right.
It's really honest, hilarious, like interpretation of New York life with these two, you know.
And that's what I'm getting from this whole series. It's not just about weed. It's about that joy that you feel in life with your friends, doing whatever you need to do in life, and weed is kind of just in the background.
It's there.
It's there,
part of it,
you know, but it's not the main focus of your being. You know?
Yeah.
So,
And hopefully that will be inviting to people who are either curious about that community but not that involved, or just are film fans that also want to go to a space where there is live entertainment being blended with film exhibition, right? You know, so every show will have an hour to an hour and a half of live performances.
Right.
Or that, with the idea of building this into a clubhouse, you know, it's kind of what we do for barbecue more regularly, right?
they've got IMAX, they've got 3D, and they've got barbecue. And yeah, I'm excited about this. So what was the inspiration between Green Screen? Is this a collaborative effort? Like, let's make this happen?
You know, it's just automatically, I don't know, ideas, we get to talk about these things. I think, well, first of all, our group, and you are part of this crew, this film crew, is all kinds of, you know, people from all kinds of walks of life, outsiders or theater kids, theater nerds, you know, film geeks, like.
Guilty.
Yeah, and I think through those walks of life and with every artistic community, there's always a big overlap with people who use cannabis, right?
Yeah.
So I think naturally we've all been fans of that community and that product and used it and, you know, have done it in cities and states where it's various degrees of legality.
Yes, yes.
And for all of us now to see this kind of slow repeal of prohibition has been kind of a moment where I think we were just all kind of like, oh, let's do a weed movie. And I think that idea kind of evolved into doing something more regular and finding a place. So the venue, Chelsea Music Hall, they're inviting, having us be there and kind of do what Barbecue Films does, build these immersive experiences, have interactive, you know, props or actors or photo booths and things, but do it more frequently so we can have, you know, grow our community.
Now, having said that, though, is there a political stance behind this?
I mean, listen, I think.
Or is it just for fun? I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's cool.
I'm down to answer this question, but I'm wondering how we're not. I think it's less political. We did Mr. Robot as a fucking political movement, right? Like, I think that inspired a lot of maybe the undercurrent of what we were doing.
The Emmy-nominated production, by the way.
Which we were, that's apparently you can be nominated now. Things like that, which was great.
That was awesome.
That was pretty fun. Yeah, it's like we all put a lot of work into that, and it was really amazing that we got that recognition. And I think that for the year that we were working on Mr. Robot, I mean, it was impossible for us not to infuse some kind of political kind of rebellion into it. But I wouldn't say green screen has that. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's just like a wave that we were all waiting for, and we didn't even remember we were still sitting on our surfboards, and we saw it coming, and we're just like, we're jumping on this fucking thing.
Nice.
So why not?
Yeah.
It's the right time. I feel like we're kind of right ahead of the game in the area where we're located,
Yeah.
and, I just, like, there's just no reason not to. But no one's done it yet, like, the way we're doing it. So it's
Very
fun and
tasteful,
it's exciting.
classy,
And it's still totally barbecue because it's about the fans and it's about the community and it's about the art.
Yeah.
But I think the timing was just sort of like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the timing.
It just worked out.
It did, and Broad City being one of our favorite shows, and also one of the reasons we wanted to incorporate TV is we noticed, the lines are now very blurred between what is film, what's TV, what's long form, miniseries, and we're all getting it on the same channel. Like, even if it airs on another network, it all gets dumped into one of these platforms.
Right.
And there's so much good stuff on Netflix and Hulu and Amazon too that's original. We started seeing bars and like restaurants say, Game of Thrones dropping Sunday night, come check it out, wear your costume, and which is amazing, and that's great. And it's this weird thing where like TV, certain shows have become an event, and people want to experience them with others, and like laugh, cry, shit on a scene or something together, right?
Well, like, just watch it together,
and
comment,
where you're like, like costume, you're Black Crow. I just think that was something that was happening, and we're like, well, let's also try to bring that movie theater vibe to TV, and let's incorporate live performances, especially a show like Broad City that features so many comedians from New York. So that really inspired us to program. A lot of our events are working with local comedians that are amazing and new talent, and just really fostering a space that's not just celebrating films that we love or TV shows we love, but also artists and people that are out there entertaining that we love as well, and we hope the audience will enjoy it.
Now speaking of talent, do we have any surprise guests coming for the series?
We have no surprise. We've only launched tickets right now for Half Baked, obviously, which is a Sunday, 4:20 p.m.
Yes, please.
Even if you had a long night on Saturday, you have plenty of time to get it together. Come out. We'll have we have a munchie box that we're selling, which is basically like an adult Happy Meal.
Oh my God!
It's amazing. And Chelsea Music Hall, which is below Chelsea Market, is bringing in a food vendor for this screening that is called Big Mott's.
Okay.
And it's just like fried chicken parm bites and waffle fries covered with cheese and all these kinds of pretty delicious snacks that are available. So we really try to make the menu
cater to the true public.
Right, and it's perfect snack time being 4:20.
Yeah.
So,
between lunch and dinner. Perfect.
Yeah. And we also put in some items that are tied to each film, so we'll always kind of relate to that. So we have Abba Zabba bars and Funyuns. Yeah. Gotta do it. Maybe there's a bag of Jerry Garcia's ashes in there.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Can't
we gotta
tell.
talk to Andy.
Yeah, no
So
spoilers.
there might be a surprise.
Yes.
We'll see.
Oh my god.
It'll be either be that or something from our amazing partners at Higher Standards who will provide some giveaways in the
Okay.
box. They're a store actually right above our venue,
Okay.
and they're this. If you guys don't know them, check them out. But they
Seems like the prime location.
it's great, yeah, because it's like an Apple store for cannabis products.
Nice.
Like, vaporizers and all kinds of beautiful glass pieces, and also like notebooks and pencils and puzzles.
Okay.
So stuff that would inspire creativity,
Right.
or keep you occupied while you bake.
Hipstery potheads, I love it.
Yeah,
All right.
it's cool, man. So it'll be we'll have all these little kind of goodies for the crowd in the show.
Any signature cocktails?
Yes, we are bringing in some special cocktail mixologists to create CBD cocktails as long as the health code
Yeah.
doesn't change.
Venue.
Yeah, the venue thing.
Red tape.
Doggy.
There's some. Well, no, the venue is going to provide them, but that's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Jesus.
Well, but CBD's legal as a substance. There's just an issue going on with the city about regulating restaurants serving it. So,
Okay.
so that part, depending on how New York State and New York City,
We'll see.
Yeah.
but nonetheless, we're still celebrating community around it. So there will be other elements if we can't bring in CBD. It'll be there. The rolling papers and things that will help you
All right.
use your CBD products.
Swag.
Swag, yeah.
Swag, swag.
Swag.
Now, how did you guys hook up with the Chelsea Music Hall?
A mutual friend had suggested that I meet this guy named Michael, who is one of the owners and managers of it, and my friend works in books bands for different venues, and said, "Hey man, I think you guys got to check this out. Though this is a really unique space, and I know they're looking for more than just music and concerts, dance events. They're looking for immersive theater or any kind of events that are in the film space."
Okay.
So we got brought down there and just thought it's an intimate space. We're only doing about 100 people a show.
Okay.
So that we can make it comfortable and build these kind of, the arcade and the photo booth and elements that everybody has access to pretty easily.
The activations.
Get all the food. So yeah, it's a pilot for now, but they're fantastic.
Is it similar to Brooklyn Bazaar? Is it?
Yeah, Brooklyn Bazaar is another great space.
Yeah. Did Twin Peaks there?
Twin Peaks.
There's another one, I think. Not mistaken.
Yeah, we've done a few Mean Girls.
Yeah. Mean Girls, right.
Yeah,
That was good.
Did we do one more than that?
Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks, Mean Girls.
And an after party.
And, oh, that's right.
That's
Yeah,
connecting.
right. We had a crew party there. Yeah, we took over the karaoke booth. That place is wonderful. If you haven't seen the karaoke booths at Brooklyn Bazaar, I highly recommend it.
All the way downstairs.
All the way downstairs. Look for the plush carpeting on the walls.
And I'll tell you one movie that I'm kind of sad that it's not on the list here of the screenings. Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy.
I love that
Wow.
movie. That's like
Deep cut.
that is a serious stoner movie.
That is a serious. Yeah,
You know?
that's like, man. There's a horrible scene in the bathroom
Yeah.
with an action figure.
Yep.
Am I recalling
Yep,
this?
yep.
Is this movie?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the movie's 13 years old now, so I think it's not really a spoiler if we say the guy was masturbating to an action figure.
Yes. Correct.
So
Yeah, he gets caught by someone's mom.
by his friend's mom now.
By grandma or
No. Nick Swartzen's mom.
Nick Swartz's mom, right? Okay. Yeah.
That movie was crazy.
That is, so there are so many, everybody has a
Yeah.
stoner movie.
Yeah.
We have a
Yeah.
list of like 30 movies because we always check with our crew and kind of do little focus groups or just emailing or
Brain trust.
brain trust, right? Like where are people at? What are they really? What story do they want to celebrate and kind of relive? What's iconic to them? And they were like, Grandma's Boy was not on there, but it will now be added. But there was a lot. It was like, Reefer Madness the musical was on
One of my
there.
personal favorites.
Yeah.
or Mallrats. Is that stone?
Mallrats.
Sort of a stone.
I think any
I would say
They didn't
Jay
smoke.
and Silent Bob.
Yeah, they didn't smoke on camera, but they were pretty high. I think.
Yeah.
well, King
Well-
Silent Bob always did smoke.
Yeah.
I think that was the thing.
Excited for the new movie?
Yeah. I can't. I love all that stuff of them too, man.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith's movies are. Like, I don't know. I get a kick out of them. They're very good. I think, but so that's one that was on there. Like Bill and Ted is technically not a stoner movie, but it's implied. I'll be damned if those guys. They have a van. They're fucking smoking weed.
Yeah.
Any movie Pauly Shore was in, like
Yeah,
it's
right.
automatically
Anything.
a stoner movie because that person reminds you of the highest person you ever met.
Yeah.
So,
Why
yeah.
else would he be wheezing the juice?
Exactly.
He wasn't.
And eating all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Pauly Shore. Oh, cool.
Pauly Shore. We could just do like a series of Pauly Shore.
That would be, and you show up. I'm pretty sure you would.
That would be amazing. Although, yeah, he's like, we got to do it in LA. Does he run the Comedy Store? Or something?
Does
He runs one of them. Yeah.
I never thought he was
His
that
mom
funny.
was.
I don't know.
Well, I think his mother owns
Oh, okay,
it,
that makes
ran it,
sense.
so like it's a family. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But he's been around.
Family funny, huh?
So, guys, I'm just curious. How did you each get involved with barbecue? Hey.
I was brought into the fold by friends, Leah and Alex Dunbar, who had been doing it for a couple years before me. I think as long as Lenny.
Longer.
Oh, longer than Lenny even, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was,
They were-
I got.
Wait, you started before?
No, after Lenny,
Okay.
Leah and
Oh, you said
Alex
Leia.
started
Leia and Alex,
before,
yeah.
Oh,
before Lenny. Yeah, I was just there to wear a Hawaiian shirt and play ukulele on the Boston Paradise for a Fifth Element party, and I was there for like 2 minutes, and like, this is all I wanted to do in my life.
Yeah.
And I've done every show since, and
Nice.
been seriously involved.
Yeah,
That's-
I've
That's
definitely
kind of
seen,
dedication. It just brings out in you.
I've definitely seen you at every single event and party.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Lucky to have him. You and Alex are both so incredibly talented and plug into like all these different worlds and stories too. They're Haley and Alex would be kind of our hosts for the series for Green
Okay. Cool. Every week.
every week, and then we'll bring in special guests, comedians, performers, musicians, to like, have a different element each week.
Nice.
But Fifth Element was my first show. It was the first one I produced.
Oh, okay.
That was like right after I got sucked into it, and
Yeah.
it was like that was insane. That we took over a yacht, like one of these princess, the boats, the party cruise boats.
Yeah,
that were
yeah.
On the west side, and like a lot of this event had already been like in the works on the production side. It was the first time that I was kind of brought into this side of the producing, and like they erected like two screens on this boat. There was like burlesque Mangalore costumes that were like movie accurate.
Oh my God.
People got as you walked into the boat, we had people stopping by like a police like.
They had the police cars and the taxis.
Yeah, and there's one scene where like Bruce Willis is in his apartment and he is told to put his hands in the yellow circles. Because this is like, there's a thing in every building where the cops just tell you, like, put your hands up and everyone knows where to go. So that was our photo booth
That's
as you
cool.
walked into the boat.
That's cool.
So anyway, it was just like this silly, I mean, how can you not want to, like, keep working on stuff like that?
Yeah.
It's insane. And at that time, they were one-offs. They were like, it was one night and go, and we build all these sets and costumes. So it always felt like a bank robbery. Because you're just trying to, like, hope things might go wrong.
Yeah.
You hope everything is just...
That's my show every
You
Sunday.
gotta
Yeah. You just kind of, like, Thelma and Louise grab everyone's hands and drive off the cliff every week.
Now here's a specific question. Did anyone make a prop replica of the Gary Oldman's gun?
No, so
That's
Alex...
I love that. I don't know why. It's just
It's like supposed to be the best gun in the universe, right?
Weapon system.
Weapon system, yeah. It shoots nets and freezes.
Yeah.
Um,
That was great.
should ask what the little red button was on the side.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We didn't. There was a guy who makes them online,
I actually Googled it yesterday.
Yeah, they make
That's-
like
yeah.
replicas. They're like expensive. It's
Right.
nuts. My brother told me he's trying to. He has a friend who has a 3D printer.
Oh.
So, and my brother's in the army. He's stationed in Hawaii right now, and he like, but all my brothers were all like, we all grew up being film geeks together.
Mhm.
So, my brother, the gun he's always wanted is the pulse rifle from Aliens.
Oh my god, yeah.
So he's building one, like a 3D printed. I'm like, it's not going to actually work. And he's like, no.
That's the grenade launcher. You don't want to get messed with that.
Yeah, but it's like, it's just funny that these little, like weapons,
Yeah.
these props are so iconic that people are not only making them and selling them, but they're being sold for like 700. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you
No.
know this world of the
No, the Proton Pack is the holy grail of that in
Yeah.
the Ghostbusters community. $1,800
It's
for
amazing.
a screen accurate pack. And
Yeah.
I'm still saving up for it.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to do this.
Yeah.
Like
I just
we do our own props for
Yeah.
all of this stuff,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
what
yeah.
we can't source from other people, we make ourselves, and we've met some really talented,
Yeah.
prop
Yeah.
creators and,
Yeah.
and makeup artists and everything, and it's time consuming
Yeah.
to really, but it's something that we pride ourselves on, I think, and that we work with people who are so into the details,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what makes it feel beyond just
Yeah.
that's what makes it feel real.
It's genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could actually touch it. You could see
Yeah,
it.
you see that and you're like, holy crap,
Yeah.
this is
That's
this
what
is
the
exactly
experience
what
is.
he touched or
The
she
immersive experience. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
the
I have a-
ultimate pretend.
It's the ultimate pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like grown up. It's like playing with toys
It's
as a
fun,
kid.
yeah.
You're
Yeah, but as an adult.
as an
Yeah,
adult.
which is great. It is.
I've got a working flux capacitor in my apartment.
Do you?
It fluxes. I don't know about time travel. I don't know.
Wait, is that the notebook one? It's like attached to a notebook? 'Cause
No, it's so we got it. This is true.
Okay.
It's an ex-NASA engineer
all right.
who retired in Florida and got a gig at Universal.
Wow.
Making the licensed props and pieces for the car at the park.
Ah.
Because that shit, DeLoreans are like terrible cars. Those cars
Yeah.
break down all the time. And the props and pieces, people are, just over time they break down. So he was making these like replica props for the studio car.
Did he do Mr. Fusion too?
No, he didn't. The Mr. Fusion we had was that I noticed watching the movie, rewatching it for the event, that the old coffee grinder my mom had sent me, that was hers from the 80s and 90s, was the thing that the prop builders used for the top of Mr. Fusion. And I already had it. It didn't work. It was old. So we were like, oh, we'll just donate this to the barbecue event. That was
How
it.
did you find that out? That it was the actual.
It's because it was just one of those things where you see, because I watched this behind the scenes piece on the design, and they wanted things to look like they were household appliances
Right.
that Doc Brown had found in the future. And this, I think it was Krups was the company. They made this all white coffee grinder with this cap you take off the top, and it just it was this. Oh, we think this looks futuristic as a coffee grinder, and some prop guy was like, "Oh shit, you know what? You stick that on the back of the DeLorean."
There,
it's
I'm
gonna
going
be
on.
a
I'm going
house."
on eBay tonight. I'm gonna
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, man. It was, yeah, they're on there. They're on eBay.
Nice.
You can build yourself a Mr. Fusion.
Now for green screen, do you foresee any other future screenings stemming off of this?
Yeah, we are exploring taking this to another city, Los Angeles first.
Nice.
Hopefully early summer. That's why we're just doing 4 right now. Taking a break, kind of figuring out.
See how it plays out.
Well, yeah, and like what are things that we can make better and check in with the audience. We have focus groups coming every week to how can we perfect this and what kind of elements can we bring in to make this better, because we really would love to have this be a recurring, maybe monthly streaming series where people know, like, okay, last Sunday at 4:20 p.m. I'm going to be at green screen, and it might not be a stoner flick, it might be anime, I don't know, like manga, who knows, like it might, we have an idea, we want to run just an animation series, but do a lot of like Saturday morning cartoons,
Oh, yeah,
show
sounds
G.I.
good.
Joe
Yeah.
reruns, and, like.
And would it only be on Sundays, or would you guys consider doing this like on a weeknight,
We thought about it. The thing is,
like an after work stoner caravan.
It could be, yeah. I mean, maybe we'll test it out and see what people want, you know. But I think our first thought was that Sunday was a good. Just that personally is a day that I go to the movies. You know, it's like take it easy. I want to relax. You got.
Don't have much else going on.
Yeah. Sunday scaries are settling in. Like, shit, I gotta go to work on Monday or whatever. So, you know, 4:20 on Sunday will end at 7:30, and the venue has events after that, so people are welcome to stay.
Oh, that's
crazy.
more business.
And it's the high holy day.
Yeah.
So
High holy day. Yeah.
Literally high.
For
God
those
put
that
cannabis
it's
on there.
their religion or their spirit.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, that's it.
It might feel like church in there.
It does for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
So tell everyone, where and when is this enchanted series of events taking place?
The enchanted forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except you get to smoke all the trees instead of cutting them down.
Yeah,
It's at 4:20 at Chelsea Music Hall
Right.
for the next 4 Sundays. 210, 217, 224, 33.
Yeah.
Should we tell them the shows?
Yeah.
First we're doing Half Baked.
Half baked.
Then we're doing Friday. Because it's Sunday. You ain't got no job. Or you at least ain't got shit to do.
Hopefully you just got paid.
The 24th we're doing Broad City. Some episodes from that.
Something I
Bring
gotta
out the broad.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last of this series we're going to do is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Right. There may or may not be a phone booth, photo booth in front of a green screen so you can time travel. So maybe, well, time travel in the last one.
Play your cards right.
Yeah.
And speaking of,
I found a phone booth, believe it or not.
and speaking of Bill and Ted's, I interviewed Diane Franklin the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to broadcast the interview on my show this weekend. So she was very sweet, by the way.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I can't believe that, you know, I saw that they're shooting in like Tempe, Arizona.
Oh, yeah, the third.
The third one,
Oh my God.
yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
I'm excited for that. I'm trying to figure out what that's going to be about. Steven Soderbergh said he's read it, or like, I don't know. I read the script
about
and
the
it said
kids,
it's
right?
hilarious. Is that what
I think it is. I mean, it's like a passing the torch type of thing, I think.
I hope it's not about them as like grown ups.
Grown up, they're just like, they got
They're
lost
like
in the time
52.
circuits.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
So weird.
Dude, Wild Stallions, we got to get the band back together.
I just hope they do something tastefully for Carlton.
George Carlin, yeah, Rufus.
You know, like a hologram or something, like a digital. I don't know.
Yeah, we have the technology.
Hey,
They'll do what they did with the new Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
With the Force Ghosts.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, just CGI.
Yeah.
George Carlin stand up to it.
Well, guys, before I let you guys go, what do we have coming up? Any plugs? Anything you want to talk about? Haley?
There's 4 dates coming up. Yeah.
Outside of barbecue, or
No, there is nothing else.
Okay.
Barbecue.
There is only
There is only
Yes.
barbecue.
all right, Lenny. Anything else?
Man, yeah, we're just focused on this.
Okay.
I think like this screening series for us is like a personal just dream to produce, and we're excited. Well, it always starts with just us and our our crew, and people are excited to have a little clubhouse for a couple weeks. So we're excited to work with you guys, and
For sure.
and maybe there's a Ghostbusters screen down on a green screen. It's Slimer's green. I feel like
Okay, we can make that work
Yeah.
somehow. I know a guy.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think Slimer eats a lot. He's got munchies.
Yeah.
In the show, he was always up in the firehouse.
You're
eating
right.
Everything.
You're right.
And in the second movie too, he was all over the place.
You know, I think Slimer's been visiting Washington.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Lenny, Haley, thank you so much.
Yeah,
This
thank
was
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
And guys, 4:20 on Sunday afternoon. Check out Green Screen. I'm Randy Younger, your host for Under the Radar. Thanks for watching. Take care.